What's up, Cogs and Gears? Welcome back to Systems. It's me, JustGlenn, to the left.
Phantom here.
Who else we got?
It's your boy Crow. You know how it is.
And you have just stepped into my domain.
Let's get it.
All right. So, real quick, or should we start with something more substantial, or immediately hop to Adventure Time?
Fuck it. I don't know. Let's get to Adventure Time.
So, yeah, let's do it now.
As someone who enjoyed Adventure Time growing up, definitely like the best person for me to talk to about the show. Did you have any ridiculous or wild headcanons or theories? Because I had this theory. So in season 1, at the end of the episode with Marceline, Evicted, the first appearance she's ever in. At the end, Finn and Jake, they go back home to the treehouse. There's a bunch of worms on the bed. And they're like, no worms on the bed. But then King Worm comes down. Wah, 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 wah. And then
You're really good at that.
Then they start hugging them, right? They're hypnotized. Then in season 4, episode 18.
Damn.
Yeah, I had to look it up. In the episode titled King Worm, the episode's about Finn's just living life. He starts seeing shit is like weird. Jake's got he's got like mouths for eyes going bah, 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 like all this weird fucking crazy shit. And then he realizes like he's like breaking out of the illusion of King Worm. So I had a theory as a kid that from episode like 12 with Marceline up to season 4 episode 18, what if they were in that period of time?
That entire time it was an illusion.
I would have to look up what substantial events happened in that point, because otherwise it's just completely invalid. Like if you know Finn got a crazy new sword in that time, then and he still had it after the hallucination, then obviously he wasn't in a hallucination. But it just makes me wonder because I just thought it was.
You got any fan theories then like that?
Unfortunately, I don't, man, because everything's been debunked already.
So talked over. And,
yeah, so it's like I've seen it all, so it's like everything I've ever thought was talked about. But I guess something that I used to think that I really wanted to happen, I guess I'll say my part. Remember Goliad?
Yeah. Oh.
I used to think that somehow they would bring, I don't know, you remember Goliad? It was
it's PB's like weird cat daughter thing that was huge.
Yeah, and Finn had to become a cat person himself. I remember.
A cat.
She made like a clone version.
Yeah.
I always thought that they would bring him back somehow.
So I always thought because
he was a one-off, wasn't he?
Yeah,
it was one simple.
And it's weird, right? Because I have a dastardly opinion I'm about to share in a second, but they started showing off all the future stuff, right? So there was like the 1,000 Graybles, and you would see like the prize ball guardians, and then by the time we got to the end of the show, they had all this stuff, and yet in that time we never saw Goliad, who, as far as we know, is like lifeless. Like I don't think they can die.
They're immortal.
Here's my wild opinion I'm gonna throw out there. They could have almost made Goliad come back as the final boss of the show, and I would have thought that would be pretty cool.
They could have did something.
Because like they should have had her come back at least once.
Just think about where are they at? Where's Goliad and Stormo? Where everybody's fighting Golb?
Exactly. Well, because I know the whole point is that they're like having the psychic battle
forever.
But like with how much shit we see in the future, there's no way no one disrupted that. There were like wars.
There's nobody, bro.
There's no way that some like fucking stray rock didn't hit one of them and knock him out of the battle.
Wasn't that like one of, because there were hints, right, bits and pieces, but wasn't that moment like one of the points where it was like confirmed that PB is like fucked up?
Kinda,
because she needed Finn's hero DNA just to combat her kind of like, because I want to say evil, but
it proved how kind of tyrannical she is.
Yeah.
She's like, I want complete control over the will of everyone.
And then she just like, she should have taught Goliad herself. I know, obviously, yeah, she was tired and shit, but she's a fucking genius. She should have thought of like, okay, maybe I won't. Maybe let me sleep. Let me get my rest, and then I'll put the finishing touches on Goliad.
Exactly.
Like, let me just leave her in the hands of fucking Finn and Jake, who kill monsters all day.
Yeah.
What do they know about running the fucking
whole kingdom? Yeah.
That's what the point of Goliad was, to run the kingdom if PB died. What do Finn and Jake know about that?
Exactly. I still, to this day, from that episode, I still think about that. I'm the Don Juan Jerry Tempo when he's yelling at the kids. I still think about that. It's like, yeah, no, they should not have had those two. I feel like I had another thing I want to talk about in relation to. Oh yeah, when it comes to PB, some of the shit that you look at it, and I think people kind of gloss over it sometimes, but it's like you had the stuff with the rattle balls, which is already like there's that, which is crazy, and then just the origin of like the candy people a little bit. Like
You remember? Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's the fact that like, okay, this is a kind of a moral question that you could ask about anything. But
quandary.
If I could choose between two fates, death or being some like stupid like flooglies thing that isn't me, I'd rather just die. So the fact that Gumbald and Aunt, I can't remember her name, and Chiclay, they got turned into just dumbass candy people with no like real will. And I'm pretty sure when they got back to their original form, they were like, yeah, like I was conscious of that. I was like, that would suck. I would hate to just be the stupid ass punch bowl dancing in the background. Man. Like, I'd rather just die.
Shit sucks.
I feel like that's at that point. That's like not wanting to be like a zombie at that point because you have you're fully conscious.
Yeah.
Right. And then finally you're like, okay, I'm good. I'm me again. That was horrible.
Yeah.
I would rather just end it for me, especially if it's like they were not worth it. they were idiots.
Yeah.
I think actually not all of her candy people were idiots, but
that is something to think
most of them were pretty dumb.
How were they all so stupid?
Because it'd be easier to rule.
Yeah.
But then it makes me wonder though, like
Peppermint Butler wasn't as dumb. But that nigga was.
I think
that nigga had his own.
I think she made him like special counsel.
Yeah, he was her right hand person though. So,
but stuff like that, it makes me wonder. Like, I guess it's another case of like it's kind of technically been debunked because the show's already gone. But sometimes I do wonder, like, what if other candy people were someone else before they were them? Mm-hmm. But if they didn't get turned back and the others did, then probably not. But still interesting to think about.
Something. Okay, back to your theories. I guess this could be a theory. You remember when Finn's flashback? When he was Shoko,
it
was basically showing what she was doing. You remember that big ass pit of goo they was covering up? What the fuck happened in that? First off, but my theory was, you remember how the banana guards were green? You know, they were like obviously they're bananas. They weren't like done ripe or whatever.
Yeah.
And then in present day they're yellow. What if in the future because they're stupid? Yeah, right. They're stupid.
They're dumb.
What if in the future they get smarter, like as they start becoming more ripe, I guess you could say. What if they're more advanced? Okay, obviously she only got that one Gumball Guardian, fucking protect the whole kingdom. But what if inside of that Gumball Guardian is like the ultimate banana guard?
They like dispense them out.
Like, or somehow the Gumball Guardian died, then that's her second wave of defense.
Yeah, you know, one thing that upset me about the Gumball Guardians in that show. Like, obviously, it's a cartoon. They're not going to keep everything tight and super consistent, but those niggas can stop time. So how did, like, Gunter with a bunch of penguin clones...
I forgot about
that. How did like, Gunter with a bunch of penguin clones almost kill them?
Well, Gunter's Gunter, though, right? Gunter isn't just a penguin.
But he had a magic amulet and all that, but it's like...
Maybe because when they stopped the time, it was the, like, royal promise.
That's what I was thinking. But then it makes you wonder, okay, well, what is the royal promise? Is that a Gumball Guardian thing, or is that something else?
Right.
Wait, how did PB give them that ability?
Well, that's why we're saying it might be the promise that can do that, but then how come they can move during... See, I don't know. That's what's weird to me about it. Man, there's so much shit about Adventure Time. This, like, I wish I just knew.
You know, an episode I really think about a lot that is real slept on? Dentist. When Finn's teeth was fucked up and he went down that hole with them ants and shit. That was a pretty wild episode.
That one is weird. Some of those fever dreams.
It's so out of there. It's like not normal. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, what the fuck? But Tiffany is definitely a favorite character of mine because Tiffany, because she came back, or he came back.
I'm still confused.
Wait, what?
Tiffany? But he's got like...
Man, Tiffany is a boy with like a wig or hair or something, man.
Yeah, and he's got this way the mustache too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Anyway, though.
Yep.
But the episode where Finn and Jake dressed up as banana guards because one of them was like doing graffiti and shit. You remember the graffiti he was doing? He was like, he even posted something with Goliad and Stormo, and then he had something with Tiffany after everybody thought Tiffany died. It was just pretty crazy. It was like Easter eggs, basically, if you look at it. And that was just something I fucked with. That episode was pretty crazy because they brought back Goliad, basically. Like it was a callback to fucking Goliad, and it was like,
I haven't completely forgotten about you.
Right. Yeah. Like that's why I thought that they was gonna bring back her officially. Yeah, like fight somebody or some shit, man.
Because the thing is with Adventure Time, it's like, you know, I feel like every time they introduce like some new character, they're so cool that you want to see them again. Like, especially when you're talking about on like power scales. Like, I would love to have seen some crazy battles or something with Goliad with like a future, more advanced, more powerful Finn going at it. I feel like you could do so much stuff. I know we were talking about in episode 17 or something, we were talking about how just Finn's pure will. We're talking about how
willpower.
The fact that he could resist Goliad's psychic powers too is also
something
crazy.
to think about. That's wild.
I mean, and it's something like he's always had. Even when he was fighting the Lich for the first time in that sweater moment, right?
Yeah.
Like, go into the well, Finn, right? My ass would have walked into the well. I'm sure I would have been. Nah, but they go.
I would have been soup. Absolutely.
But the man is such a diehard. My sweater, he's such a diehard.
Bro, I love.
You can't hate him.
Adventure Time's got some really cool deep lore, man.
How do you feel about the formula that goes into now? Because at first it was unique in the way where like, okay, the first season or so is a bunch of goofy shit, and as you go along, things get more serious.
I liked it.
I enjoy that a lot, actually. I think that's the reason why I really like Adventure Time and Steven Universe, things like that.
I enjoy it I think what carries shows like that and makes those moments really good is how good they are at foreshadowing. Because if they weren't if they just drop shit on you, you'd be like, what the fuck's going on?
You're right.
But they always hint at stuff. Like we were talking about Shoko. When they do the episode in the mansion and the fucking Shoko ghost is coming at him.
Yes!
That shit, I started thinking about that like when the Shoko stuff started happening. I was like, no way
Why did they do that?
Like that
where did that come
that's
from?
What I'm saying.
Where did it fucking
yes!
go?
Because then they were like, what are you talking about? That part wasn't real. It's
Yeah,
like
he
put it in his vault.
like, I'm putting it in the vault.
In the vault, and that was it.
It was it.
That was it.
And it wasn't it for like, okay, I'm gonna reference it like 3 episodes later. No, I borderline forgot that shit happened.
Bro, Shoko didn't show up for like another 2 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. That alone made that episode my favorite episode in the whole show. Because it's just
I think
so
you just
cool.
said, I kind of glossed over, didn't even hear you, but when he said none of that shit happened, like the walls trying to eat them, the birds.
They were like, how did you do that? Jacob's like, what are you talking about?
Because everything else.
What was it?
Because it then makes me wonder about the mansion, right? Because like we know Shoko died under the tree, so it's like,
why was she there?
Yeah, what was she doing over there?
Why was she there?
I didn't even think of that.
Doing?
I never even thought of the mansion by itself. I just thought it was just like the random ass area.
Yeah.
I was too fucking invested in what was going on.
Because it's so much to take in. Man, I love that.
That is so perfect.
And if
I've never seen a cartoon do it that perfect.
If the show doesn't do shit like that, then it probably won't be able to incorporate story as well. Like if you just start dropping shit on people
out of nowhere,
like even with Steven Universe, I really liked how when we first see Lapis, it's the craziest shit.
I love
There's just
Lapis.
the water floating away and shit.
Yes,
and then
bro.
And when you finally get to her, she's just like, all right, peace, and flies off. It's like, what the fuck? I want to
Love
know more
Lapis.
about you now.
Lapis is my favorite character in all of Steven Universe.
Oh my god, I ship Lapis and Peridot heavy.
Same thing with Peridot.
I didn't even ship. I never shipped Lapis. That was the thing. I never found nobody. I never thought of anybody.
I like her as just a solo unit.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
That's how I feel with Peridot too, just because Peridot's just...
Yeah, you never see Peridot as like somebody who would like somebody.
Yeah.
You know what the amazing thing about Lapis is that she started as nothing. Because you remember she was just a little gem in a mirror, right? And she couldn't even fucking talk. She had to like record expressions and then play it back.
Shit.
And then you keep going. And you find out she's the only reason that they were able to hold back Jasper for like, well, how long was it? Was it like months, a year, where they were under the ocean?
Yeah.
And she was a prisoner in her own body just so Jasper wouldn't get away. That like you wouldn't. How do you go from that? And they did it so seamlessly.
I will say I need to like actually go back and rewatch Steven Universe and go all the way through, but because I think I only watched the first couple of seasons and then I started watching it sparingly, but from what I've seen, mind you, like I said, gotta actually watch it more.
Of course.
I don't like what they did with Peridot. very much. Because when we first see Peridot, she's scary. Like she's got those little fucking robot babies and she fucking crushes one, and I'm just like, holy, this is an evil bitch. And then you fast forward and she's like, she's just the gremlin girl. It's like,
right.
Yeah, I mean,
Clods is all she fucking got to her name.
I kind of wish they kept her as like a because I feel like Steven Universe doesn't have many like Lich equal like that's the character that's the scariest because they all just end up being friends. Right. So they get Undertale.
And that's kind of how like they get Undertale. That's kind of how because remember the diamonds were the biggest thing for a while, right? And that was like, yo, the pink. I'm not pink diamond. The yellow diamond, white diamond, blue diamond. Those are the rulers, the overlords of the universe, of the galaxy. They're conquerors. And then Steven goes over there. He's like, "Sup, auntie? How y'all doing? Y'all chilling? We all good here. Let's calm down."
Finn was fighting his ass off, boy. Finn ain't have no choice to, bro. Everybody Finn tried to talk to, fucking, he had to kill. Fern, Tiffany. He tried to talk to Tiffany, and Tiffany failed. No. What happened?
What when they were like in the sewer thing?
In the underground, the worm ate Tiffany. I don't know who else. He had to fight these niggas. Finn had to for real be choice. Like, bro, you didn't hear me the first time, nigga. I'm gonna need you to hear me the second time, and that's it. Like, bro, Finn had no choice.
That actually poses a good question of like, what cartoon characters within a reasonable like power scale could successfully like win fights or whatever in another character's universe? Because Steven, I don't think would be able to handle some of the shit that Finn goes through.
It's not even. I think there's no way. There's no
Steven
way.
could hold his own, but he wouldn't last.
He wouldn't last. I think
it's not even necessarily a physical thing. It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
I think OG shit, where like Finn's like going through just not normal motherfuckers, but just motherfuckers.
Yeah,
sure. But then there's like the end game shit. I don't know, bro.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I think it depends on how old. Like, because I know early Steven Universe didn't deal with all the anxiety shit that younger Steven Universe didn't deal with the anxiety shit that older Steven Universe does. So I feel like younger Steven Universe might have the same effect as Finn when it comes to the Lich. But I don't know. Steven was on some shit when he got older. I feel like he would have walked.
I don't think Steven has the same mental fortitude as Finn.
I mean, clearly.
I love Steven. No, listen, I love Steven Universe. I just don't think Steven himself has the same willpower as Finn does. Yeah, no. And so when it comes to things like would Steven have walked into the abyss fighting the Lich and shit like that? I low-key think he might have. I think it might have ended right there.
Man. You know, I love Adventure Time, but I really wish some of those antagonists got more time. Like the Orgalorg should have got more than one episode.
Yeah,
because that shit was
he was. My bad. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, you go.
He was. Do you remember in the one episode where Sweet Pea was getting taught by
the speech?
Yes. Yeah. Orgalorg was in that little picture.
The broth of like monsters.
Yeah, when it was like before time, there was monsters and shit. Like, Orgalorg was there, and that's like, bro. You're telling me you're gonna fucking show a little split second of Orgalorg, but you're not gonna show us another episode?
That's what I mean. Because we know the Lich was in there because he said it. We know Hunt and Abadir was in there.
I still want to see. I didn't see him. I guess it was just implied.
I think, yeah. And then Golb probably surpasses that because it's fucking Golb.
Yeah, because Lich is the scholar of Golb.
So you would think that Orgalorg being in that group. Like he would get some screen time.
He's technically like the last one of his kind.
Yeah, basically. But they just kind of all just comes and goes in one episode, which is a little unfortunate. Especially because one of the most important things throughout the entire story of the show is the comments, Catalyst comments. That man just said, "I'm gonna eat that bitch." So like, come on now. They could have done so much, but with what they have done though, I will always. That's like top. Honestly, probably just my favorite cartoon, but. Top 3 shows too. Like I love Adventure Time, man.
If you can make something, right? If you can make someone that's like, I'm gonna give you all the resources to make a cartoon the exact way you want it to be. What kind of show would you make?
Wait, what kind of show or what kind of cartoon?
What kind of cartoon?
It'd probably be something similar to Adventure Time, honestly. Either that or it would be something similar to Over the Garden Wall.
I was about to say that it'd be more over like a mini series more. I'm pretty.
Because I feel like it's easier to.
I feel like a miniseries is gonna hit harder because it's like a regular show like Adventure Time. it had what, like 8-9 seasons.
Adventure Time was going for a while.
Yeah, you can watch that all the time. Yeah, you love it. And, but the miniseries is gonna hit you harder because it's only
you got what you got. And
it gets you so much more in like those couple episodes.
Because like what Over the Garden Wall came out.
Damn,
man, it's been a minute. I want to say 20.
I don't even remember.
14-ish?
I remember.
Wasn't
you know what
14?
I remember? I don't remember the year, but I remember definitely it coming out and me staying up begging my mom to stay up past my bedtime to watch all them fucking episodes because they came out specifically as soon as you got out of school.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I've been it's been years, and I still rewatch it every year.
I rewatch it every fucking year.
That's an impact.
Is it really that good,
bro? I love Over the Garden Wall.
I have it. I can't even fucking get the words out. Like, dude,
I'll watch it.
You know what?
Once I got it for Christmas on DVD, I've yet to not watch it.
Bro, it's like it's one of those shows. Like it is a
S-tier?
tradition for me to watch.
S-tier?
Yes. That actually, one thing I was gonna bring up. I was kind of wanting like more of the gang for when I brought this up, but this will work. What are your top 3 villains in anything?
Oh no, I never thought of this one.
Okay.
Because for me, bro, the Beast from Over the Garden Wall, absolutely on that list. That dude is devious, bro.
Damn.
And I think
is it that great?
But I think the fact that so much is unknown makes it better. Because like if there's villain archetypes I like, it's the absolutely insane person, the like mysterious force, and those are the main 2 really. So like for me, it's the Beast, the Lich, and Green Goblin. I love those. Those are all my favorites.
Green Goblin's a goat.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Because I'm someone that likes villains. For a very long time, the only reason I was interested in Batman wasn't because of Batman. It was because of his villains. Like I love his Rogue Gallery. So, damn. Nacho, you go first.
Damn, I was hoping you would go. Shit. I don't know. I guess I'm just spitball some shit because I don't know. This is I gotta really sit down.
I had to give you time to think about that one.
Dude,
we can return to this in the future.
Shit, we might have to. I'll definitely switch my answers. But Scorcher.
Okay.
Wait, Scorcher?
From Adventure Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to say Lich. I want to say Golb, because I got nothing to say about Golb. Remember he tried to eat Finn? What was that about? And that when Finn was in that pillow world, he was coming back.
I still wanted that. Like, that's crazy.
And they just dropped him on us.
They put the final boss in an episode about fucking pillows.
What?
Out of nowhere.
That is insane.
Out of nowhere. And then
I love the foreshadowing in that show so much.
Bro,
I don't know, man.
It's perfect.
It's like there's also I can't remember what episode it's in, but there's Finn's like imagining what he would look like as the perfect hero. In his imagination, he has a robot.
No matter what, every time if you see future Finn, he's missing an arm.
Yeah,
and that's some crazy shit.
That's from like that was like.
I've never even noticed that.
Yeah.
Bro, you need to every time Finn sees his future self, he never has an arm. He's missing an arm, or he has at least a robot arm, but he's missing an arm.
Yo,
I'm telling you, man.
Every time.
That's crazy to me.
That's crazy.
Because like growing up, I always figured that it getting more story was an accident. But sometimes I wonder, like,
I think that was purposeful.
How much did they have planned?
There's too much shit within season 1. And I think the thing was because it was Adventure Time came at a point that it revived Cartoon Network. Remember?
It absolutely, yes.
Because there was no guarantee that Adventure Time was going to have a season 2 because Cartoon Network was dying, and then all of a sudden Adventure Time popped up. Regular show popped up.
Gumball.
Amazing World of Gumball popped up. Yep. Steven Universe popped and then it revived itself. Right? But there was no guarantee that season 2 of Adventure Time was going to happen because it was dying. Adventure Time I won't say single-handedly,
but it was a huge part.
It was a huge part in bringing Cartoon Network back.
It was like some Knights of the Round Table type shit.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Like, ooh,
I think it was purposeful. I think.
I can't help but always bring it back to, like, villains and creepy shit because I like macabre shit. But it's scary to think of the kind of shit that the Lich can do outside of what we are, like what everyone thinks of. You know, obviously he can do the full, and then the all that. That's already scary.
That, bro, I rewind that part so many times. Him just fall, dude.
So cool,
dude. He has the literal power to just make you weak, nigga.
Yeah, bro. And then
done for.
One thing I don't think people talk about enough. This nigga, Skinwalker style, stole Billy's body. Billy, the legendary hero.
The legendary hero, Billy. I forgot about my man.
Bro just straight up stole his identity and completely tricked Finn and Jake. That is bonkers to me. Insane. Imagine, because I think that concept is scary in and of itself.
Worshipped Billy.
Exactly. Imagine you meet your hero, and then like, bro's just like, I'm actually the person you hate the most. Like that'd be so fucking scary.
That's another little thing we talk about how Finn isn't fucking mentally fucked up. Like he'll go through something like that.
Yeah.
Seeing your hero fucking lose his skin and become like the thing you hate the most.
Hate, fear, or anything.
You should forever be brain dead.
Yeah.
Bro.
No way.
Okay. Number one has to be Joker. The specific Joker who like, because there's a multitude of Jokers, but the specific Joker who is hyper sane, where he's the guy that is so sane that he knows he's in a comic book, and the reason he does all of his fucked up shit is because he knows that if something exciting doesn't happen in the Bat's life, then the universe dies, that his entire world ends because the comic books stop being read, and that's why he's like, it's a joke, Batsy. When are you gonna realize it? I love that Joker.
That'd be a horrible existence, by the way.
It would.
Oh, bro, there was this whole point where he really thought Batman died, and he was like, there can't be a Batman comic without Batman. If Batman is dead, that means I was wrong. And he becomes a normal fucking person. He gets a job, he has kids, a wife, and then, of course, Batman didn't die. And there's like a scene. It's just a panel of his smile, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Joker number one. I would then have to say Lex Luthor. I adore Lex Luthor. Because his whole thing is, yes, he's a villain. Yes, he's also evil. But his thing is he genuinely believes that he can run the world the best. He thinks he's the smartest, and I'll be honest, he is one of the smartest motherfuckers. And he genuinely thinks that being over reliant on heroes such as Superman, because he hates that nigga, will in the long run make humanity weaker. He thinks that perseverance makes us stronger, and if all of our problems are being solved by this weird alien motherfucker, then humanity isn't getting stronger. He is. It's messing up our trials, tribulations, and because we're not succeeding them on our own, we as a species will be weaker. And I love that. I love that.
So you like your villains with some nuance. You like you. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, a third one. And then here's my third one. I love Eobard Thawne. Who he's the Reverse Flash. Oh. And his thing isn't that he's a secret hero. His thing isn't that he's like, he knows that he's in a comic book and so he's doing bad things for good reasons. No, he just hates Barry. But he hates Barry in such a way that I mean, sometimes you root for the guy. He hates Barry so much. So it's his whole identity. That I'm going to be the opposite of who you are as a person. If you save the world, I'll destroy it. It doesn't matter if I die. It doesn't even matter if I win. All that matters is that you lose. Sometimes pure chaos for chaos sake is what a man needs.
I do.
There are people out there who just wants to watch a world burn, man. Those are my top three. That's crazy. Because they're all from DC. I love Marvel more. Because I love Marvel heroes more, but there's DC guys.
DC villains are crazy.
Correct. Yeah. Yes, honey.
I have a topic that I want y'all to debate.
Honey. Okay.
So for the audience, to give you kind of an idea of what's happening, it was the regular nurse and then a charge nurse, you said?
There's 4 regular nurses, 1 charge nurse.
So for the regular nurses, they have for each one, there's 5 customers or patients, not customers. The fuck.
The
And then for the charge nurse, there's 4. But if you're short-staffed, the regular nurses pick up 1 extra patient, and the charge nurse picks up 2. So everyone's 1 to 6. She's essentially asking, and what solutions were we working with?
Is it safe to keep admitting patients, to close that floor, or to just stop accepting patients?
So keep admitting patients, close the floor, or stop admitting patients.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess I would say that there should be a limit to how many patients one nurse can have, because at a certain point, like, you stop helping people because there's so many people you have to help at once, so you're not helping anyone. So I guess I would say you don't just close the floor, because then you're not helping nobody.
Well, close the floor to admits, which means you just have who's on the floor.
I guess there's a limit that should be established. I would say probably.
I guess I would. Well, I don't really know what it's like to be a nurse and what the process looks like, but I guess if it was me, let's say I'm working with 2 customers. One guy's got the sniffles, one guy's got his arms like burnt, charred black. I'm gonna be like, hey man, your wait's gonna be a bit longer because I gotta help this guy with the
sniffles.
Yeah, I know your arm is like charcoal right now, but I gotta help this guy. He might have a cold. But no, I would probably try to help whoever is most like urgent first. I guess
that makes sense. Establishing priority.
Yeah. And then if you need to close the floor while you sort out who's what, maybe that would work.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I'm no sort of director of a hospital. But from my naive perspective, that's where I would go.
All right, Glenn.
I would probably do the same thing. Close the floor and play catch up. Close the floor and then try to figure out, like you said, get the urgent out of the way, and then start.
I just wanted to see y'all opinion. I know what the right opinion is.
What was the
I'm
point?
still trying to understand the question.
I want to understand how the outside world see it compared to nurses.
Okay. Yeah. So
he says close the floor.
Sorry, everybody. The audience is my babu, and she is a nurse kind of thing. She's something. She works at a hospital.
Glenn says close the floor, right? Which would
ultimately
make sense. But
what? No.
Sorry, no. It's an actual thing, because we do close one floor every time we get short staffed, which I think is stupid. But and then y'all two, you said close the floor until you could figure out what you could do. That's what all y'all said too. And then he said just keep taking patients.
I don't even remember my answer.
Priority over.
To be honest with you.
The non-priority, which is true. That's what we do.
Okay.
But I wanted to see what it seems like.
Phantom's the winner.
I just kind of figured that because, like, I remember I went to the ER when I fucking slammed my thumb into the car door like a dumbass. And I remember there was, like, just, like, 4 teenagers all sitting next to each other. If you held a gun to my head, I would not be able to tell you what was wrong with them because nothing visible. I assumed they were maybe getting a COVID thing or something. And so when they saw that I got, like, chosen to be seen first, even though they were there first, I was like, yeah, it's probably because maybe you sneezed and thought you need to go to the ER. Where my fucking thumb, precisely.
What's so funny is they could have had some type of disease.
That's true.
They could have been dying.
I was definitely waiting like 30 to 40 minutes when I dislocated my finger.
Damn.
So I was chilling.
I did have to wait a while, I will say that.
I refused to get injured in such a way. It wasn't until
It wasn't planned.
It wasn't until I was about to be a sophomore that I got my first stitches. And then I was like, okay, what? Getting injured is not it. The fuck?
The only
I've never broken I don't know if you consider it broken a bone, but I've never broken a major bone. And
wait, is that the finger that you dislocated when you fell when you were roller skating?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Can't do it.
Fucking disgusting. Breaking a bone.
Yeah.
Stitches. It's just insane. Like, what are you doing out here, bro? I see people in casts walking by, and I'm just like, bro.
How the fuck did you do that?
The closest only other injury I ever had was like, I was real young, elementary school. I think still, and me and my friend went to the school because it was like literally 2 blocks away, And we were just playing, doing whatever. And we were like, let's like we're like army men. We're doing missions and stuff. And we climbed on this shed that the school had. I assume they kept like mowers and shit in there. And it was like, go, go, go. And like I jumped off the shed. I fucking slammed on the ground. I fractured my ankle. Oh, that shit hurt like a bitch. And I remember the thing that sucks with a lot of injuries is like sometimes you don't notice it at first.
Right.
Or you hit the ground. So I hit the ground. I was just like, he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Took one step. It was like Finn when that fucking splash of water hit him. I went, oh, no. That was it. I said, get my mom.
That's how it was when I fucking finger, bro. I didn't feel it I literally didn't feel it until I got to the hospital. Like me and my homie was driving around looking for a hospital. I didn't feel it at all. When I got up, I didn't feel it. Like the girl, we was with some other friends, and she like, look, you fucked your finger up, and I was like I didn't feel it. I did not fucking feel it, man.
Fuck? Anyway, I don't think I should be doing that. You're right.
Can't.
I remember I twisted my ankle because my little sister was on the stairs. We got 2 sets of stairs in our house. We got like the first set is like 3 stairs, and then you got the next it's like 10. You know, going to the basement, whatever. Y'all seen it?
Yeah.
Those little 3 to 4. She was sitting on one, so I was trying to get down, and I jumped. But what happened was I missed my target.
So you fucking up.
Yeah. And I when I landed, I was going to land on the last step. And it wasn't supposed to be a jump, really. It was more like an over-exaggerated step. Yeah. I landed all the way at the bottom. And I landed directly on my ankle. Like I literally landed like this.
Oh.
Now I'm talking like 3 to 4 steps. Landed like that. And I was laying there for like 5 minutes laughing. Because you ever had pain where you just be like, this hurts and I can only laugh.
Yeah.
It was that, right? And I got back up and I was like, it hurts, but I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm walking, I'm like, okay, that hurts. Don't do that. I'm like, okay, you go to sleep. Be cool. You know, I'm chilling that night and it don't start to hurt, but I'm starting to feel it getting less able to move. You know what I mean? I can't really move it that much. So I get up and I go use the bathroom, and I'm using the bathroom, and I got lost on my phone. And I'm bullshitting, sitting, and dude, I get up, and all the pain, the most pain I've ever felt in my life, shot from my ankle to my whole body.
Bro.
When I got up from that fucking toilet, I did like this. Like I used my left foot because I knew this one was weak. Got up, and I tried to walk, and I went right the fuck back on the toilet, dude.
Nah.
Bro, that was the hardest. Have y'all seen my bathroom is?
I didn't go into it, so I don't know where it is actually.
Y'all like glanced, but the basement got a like bathroom, bro. It's like from Jasper's door to the bathroom door. Not even that. It's like cut that in half. Okay, from Jasper's door to where she's sitting. Most hardest walk of my life. That was the hardest, like 2, 3, whatever you want to call it, 5, 6 feet walk of my life, bro. And I mean, when I got to that bed, I was sweating, dude. And I was like, there's no way I can fucking do this. Like, dude, I spent that whole weekend. I did not go to a hospital, though.
What was the most pain? The most painful I've ever had. It wasn't even my stitches. The most pain I've ever been in. Last year. Well, almost a year and a half at this point. Me and Jay, we would just, we'd box sometimes, right? Because, then, niggas like to fight. So, me and Jay, we boxing, right? And then we're like, we should start adding kicks and shit.
Oh, no.
So we doing our thing, right? Bang, 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 whatever. So I kick, right? And I go for it. My boy, he grabs his, he uses his arm and he elbows my, what is this? What is this bone right here?
Shin, I think.
Femur or something, I don't know. He elbows this, right? And at first, I was like, oh, shit. But I'm like, all right, I'm back into it. And then I took one step, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay, so I sit down. That's not it, though. That's not it.
Oh, no.
See, the thing is, pain doesn't really start until your blood isn't rushing no more.
Yeah.
So this is when I was working for that painting company, remember?
Oh, okay.
So we go in the next day. I'm walking with a limp. It's whatever.
Shit, bro.
I gotta put some tape down because when you paint, you gotta put. I'm putting some tape down, so I go to kneel. I fall. I collapse. I don't know. Bro. It was agonizing. Oh, if they was out here, I was like, and I collapsed, bro. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I genuinely think, because it didn't go away for like a month or two. I genuinely think that like it cracked or something, and I refused to go to the hospital. Yeah.
And it's your
tibia. I refused to go to the hospital, but bro, I swear, it was. I can't even explain how agonizing it was.
Shit, man.
Because that shit doesn't stay in one spot. It goes through your spine.
Yeah. That's the weirdest thing about it to me is like I kind of get it because, you know, all your muscle, your nerves is touching that. But sometimes I do wonder, I'm like, how the fuck am I feeling? I hit my toe and I'm feeling that shit in my shoulder. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Man. Jesus Christ. One sensation I hate is getting the wind knocked out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. There's I could show you where it happened because it's kind of out by the beach. I used to live in this house, and there's this big ass hill because out over there it's dunes and shit. So everything is made up on hills and shit. And me and my friends, we'd ride around the neighborhood, and we'd be like, you know what? I bet it would be so fun to get our bikes and just go, because it was steep as fuck. We were like, I bet it'd be so fun to just glide down that hill. So we did. One day we fucking labored our way up the hill like the fucking Egyptians carrying limestone because it was so fucking steep. Finally get to the top. Gliding down, right? Problem. At the bottom, there's someone's driveway.
Oh, this is a miscalculation on your part.
It's all gravel.
Oh, no.
So, I get down. I'm trying not to hit their fence. I go to turn. My bike lost all traction. So, what happened is, got the handle. I use my... right in the fucking stomach, bro. I could not breathe. My friend was trying to ask me shit. I'm just like... just like, you all right? And I just had to like limp my ass back home. Man, I slept for the whole day. That shit was terrible. It's a horrible feeling, man.
Sometimes I get scared because I realize all the dumb shit I've done, all the dumb shit you've probably done, and the dumb shit you were just hopping.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, man, what if this nigga landed on his neck instead?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's some shit I think about.
I used to fucking... There was this house, and my neighbor had this house, and he had his balcony, and his balcony was like, just like kind of ours, it was above the grass, and we used to hop on the other side of the fence and like play King of the Hill and see who could push each other off. Dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
The fact I wasn't and no one else was injured is just pure coincidence. Pure luck.
The tenacity of children is crazy, man.
Yeah, shit motherfuckers do was insane. Motherfuckers used to be like, we just had a rock fight.
Yeah.
You just what?
Did you throw a rock at each other?
You just what?
Bro.
Like, yeah, I was just throwing rock. No, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
I used to be fucking with like... So I used to live in this trailer park, and they had like the regular trailers, and then they had modular homes. So they had in the back just porches, not attached to anything, that they would then move and attach to the houses. So I went back there, I was playing, because it was just like fucking 80 porches that I would just like fuck around with. And I guess there was like a weird little epidemic where a bunch of wasps kept making nests over there. So my stupid ass, because I used to have a thing as a kid where if something was aggravating me, I'm like, I'm not taking that. So I wanted to swing back. So there was a wasp fucking with me. I was like, fuck you, dude. And so I followed it to where it was going. I saw a whole nest of them bitches. I started throwing rocks at them. I said, oh shit. I started booking it down the fucking street.
He had real beef and wasp, bro. He said, I'm really fucking about it, bitch.
You fucked up the wrong way.
Dude, that trailer park was like, so much of my lore took place there. Because there's train tracks on one side that were, I guess, like commandeers, like they were never used. And they left train cars there. So my friends and I would just play on the train cars and shit that were just abandoned.
Phantom, you're a different breed.
That sounds fun, man.
It was fun. It was just big ass like playhouses.
Okay, but I wouldn't have been throwing rocks at a wasp.
How old I was. That was dumbass stupid. I don't know why I did that, man.
Man.
You took pride to a whole new level. That nigga probably wasn't even fucking with you. He probably buzzed by your ear and tried to go home when you
just cause.
Well, I think I had gotten stung by a bee like recently.
Wasn't even that nigga though. That had nothing to do with him.
But then I was like, now I know what these niggas are. Now I know what they on. So I was like, I wanted the smoke, and I should not have wanted it because man, that was a rough night.
I've only been stung by a bee once in my entire life. Horrible experience. I don't know. I'm like 9 or 10 or something. So I'm on top of this slide. It's recess. Remember, niggas used to have recess? It's recess.
I was mad as fuck when I got to middle school and there wasn't more.
It was crazy because they don't tell you, right?
Like, bro, what the fuck is
like,
this?
What's happening? What am I doing?
Yo, you're
like,
telling me you can't go fuck with the playground no more?
Yeah, like first period English, second period. Hey, where's recess on this?
Hey, yo.
I see lunch, but I don't see the recess afterwards.
You telling me we in this class for an hour? Nigga?
Yeah.
Each? What is happening?
Different teachers every time? What's going on?
But so I'm on top of the fucking slide, right? And there's a line behind me. So I get up there and I feel something like past my chin, my neck, right? And there's a little bink. Mm-hmm. And at first it's nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I grab it and I see it wriggling in my hand. And it was almost like a cartoon. You know how Looney Tune, when they don't notice that they're off the cliff, they still run? Mm-hmm. Bro, I didn't feel nothing. I was cooling. And I was like, what is that? Is that a bee? And the moment the realization hit me, the pain, I was like, ah! Bro, I fucking, there's a railing, but I was like, and then I was freaking the fuck out.
He got shot.
It was the first time that I fell off the railing and fell like 5 feet down.
Fuck.
I was like, ah!
That is like, you just described like the end of an action movie, bro. It's like someone, like the mob boss getting shot falling out the window.
That is hilarious, bro. It was just seeing people in pain, you'd be like, man, that is some funny shit, bro.
Yeah, I was so fucking...
The noises they make, man.
Yeah, sometimes I feel bad because sometimes I look at someone and be like, ain't that serious. Come on, you know it don't hurt that bad. But realistically, I bet you in so much.
I was so heated because the teacher came and they were like, what happened? And I was like, I got stung by a bee. God damn. And I didn't say God damn. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I got stung. And they were like, wait, no, it's not bee season. Are you sure it was a bee? I was like, what? I'm sure. And I was told to get up. And
damn. That's hilarious that people don't give a fuck.
It's always teachers too. It's like you either get a really nice teacher or some stupid ass teacher.
I was heated. God damn. Fuck it. Man. That's the only time I got stung by. That is the only time I will get. I will never get stung again.
I've never been stung by a bee. I got bitten by a bee though.
How the fuck does that? You can't. How?
I still don't understand it to this day, bro. So you know the fucking dog park? I don't know what it's called, but it's a dog park out here. People, it's like in the middle of a little lake, whatever, or a little pond, I guess. You know, people walk around and shit.
Oh,
like it might be. Yeah, probably so. But yeah, I was going over there, taking my dog over there, and you know the poop bags.
Your dog is so sweet.
Yeah, the poop bags, and they had some in there, the little compartment, little box, and I was digging in there. I was like, fuck, I can't get them, but you can see whoever fills it up where they unlock it, and they officially put them in there, and it was a little cracked open. So I was like, okay, I can dig in there and get one, and I'm digging in there. Now, mind you, when we pulled up, I can tell the difference from a bee and a fucking fly from a distance. Because just...
they're bigger.
Yeah, I'm not saying a bee and a wasp and a hornet, I can't tell, but I'm saying I can tell a fucking fly
from a bee, yeah.
I definitely seen a fucking bee go in that box. And I was like, maybe you shouldn't be digging in this bitch. And I'm digging in here and the fucking bee flies out and I'm like, I'm going to ignore that. I'm not going to fucking ignore that. And next thing you know, I thought I got stung. I got bit, I got something like on the tip of, or like right here on my finger. I just like, fuck. And next thing you know, 2-3 bees fly out. I grab my dog and I run, bro. I say, oh shit, nigga. Like, dude, you would have thought niggas was shooting at me. Cause I literally, bro, I was like, oh shit. I was like, no, nigga, no. I was like, not bees. Dude, I run to the car. I fucking throw him in the passenger seat. I like open the door. He likes to jump in. I grab his car. I'm like, nigga, get in there. Go in the driver's seat. And I'm like patting myself down because I thought they was chasing me. And
my dumb ass would have threw the dog at the bees.
Reminded me of some shit. But yeah, no, fuck, dude. My fucking finger is burning. And I'm like halfway home. And I'm like starting to feel it up my arm, and I'm like, I'll call my mom. Like, Mom, I think I just got stung by a bee. What do I do? Like, I can feel it. It's rising up my arm, bro.
What the venom? What are you talking about?
And my dog is just chilling in the passenger seat like this nigga just took me to a park, threw me back in the car, turned around and took me home. This nigga is teasing me.
That was the least substantial dog park trip ever.
I low-key had beef with you for a while.
I know he was pissed, but dude, like I went home and she was looking at my finger and then she was just like, you might have got bit by a motherfucker, but bro, I didn't have no stinger. But I just know that them motherfuckers came out 2-3 deep and I went to ducking, bro.
Nature is so funny how like you can have the same reaction to bees flying at you that you could have to bullets flying at you.
Bro.
Imagine you came and be like, the ups, and it's just bees flying.
Oh, shit.
I drive fucking construction machines, and I don't know if y'all seen them, but those are some small ass compartments you are in driving them. Fucking big ass hornet come flying inside the machine with me, bro. I'm in a huge machine. Yeah. I'm about to start freaking the fuck out. I'm about to jump the fuck out. I'm about to fucking do 360s in this bitch because of a fucking hornet.
That's something that I think about every once in a while that's so scary. Imagine you're driving, going down the highway. It's like 3 bees. What you gonna do?
What the fuck are you going to do?
Dying. It's over for all of us.
You're gonna be in the news. Nigga crashes in 7-car pileup because some bees were in the fucking car. Like,
bro, there's a fucking jumping spider in my shit.
Nah.
I just got in the car.
No.
Bro, I got in the car and I just looked down and that motherfucker was just sitting there and I was in the middle of the highway. I was like, and he wasn't, I couldn't just like lift my leg up and squish him. He was like in that crack. Yeah, you would have to take your shoe off, get in there to squish him. And I just looked at him. I was like, look, bro, we can both die or you can chill the fuck out. I ain't seen his ass since, but I know, bro.
That nigga still live there to this
That's
day.
the worst feeling is that tension because you're like, you know you can't do anything, so you're just looking. Because the moment you look away long enough and he's not there,
that's when
I know.
I start itching, bro. Like the next morning I went to work, I was like, the fuck is he? Like, what the fuck,
who I don't know if God is real, but if you made spiders and then gave them the ability to jump, man, come on.
That's crazy. Why would you do that?
That is so scary, bro.
Spiders. Why would you give the scariest thing on this planet the ability to jump?
You know what's crazy?
They don't need it.
We are like 100 times bigger than these motherfuckers. But if a spider got on my arm, I lost the fight.
I'm over. It's over.
It's over.
It's your house. You get it.
You can have it, bro.
And we know which ones are venomous and not, but we still be like, it's a fucking spider. Like, bro.
And sometimes it'll be shit that you know isn't harmful.
Exactly.
Like tarantulas, I don't think they're poisonous or venomous at all.
They still fuck you up though. Because they're huge.
Bro.
But
they're so big though. And they're hairy.
Mm-hmm.
No!
The first time I saw a house centipede, I think was the first time in my life that I realized why some people might want to kill themselves. Because I was like, I don't want to live in the same world as this fucking thing.
Those things are not fucking real, man.
Those are so fucking scary.
Dude, I'm in a... Y'all seen the basement. I've seen some shit down there. I have seen some shit down there, man. And I'm telling you.
I'm not really one that goes for genocide, but some things just gotta go.
I've had nights where I've had...
Mosquitoes? There's no reason you need to exist.
If I had the choice, incinerated every one of them.
Nothing.
They don't need to be
They don't do
bro.
a fucking thing. You seen the huge mosquitoes trying to get in your fucking door? They're just chilling.
No.
Keep repeatedly hitting your door like, nigga, you're not getting in. Like, but I'm talking about they are huge for no fucking reason.
Well, I will say that at least those don't suck your blood. They actually eat the little mosquitoes. So it's like, okay, you guys are kind of chill, but stay the fuck away from me.
They still, I don't know about you guys, but they still fucking kamikaze in my face.
Yeah, they'll just fucking fly into me. I'm like, get the fuck in my personal space.
You remember when you used to go to the pool? I used to think, okay, if there's a bug that's flying at you, you can just go in water. Nah, that's not how that works, son. They follow you, nigga. That's not. What are they called? Horse flies or something? Horse. Bro,
oh gosh,
stop it, bro.
I got bit by a horse fly,
bro. I had that.
I was so fucking flabbergasted.
My friend Jaden had a pool, and this nigga's pool was a swamp. Like it was weird because they took care of the pool. But every time I went there, it was like there was another fucking plague, another pandemic affecting that pool. I don't know, I went to his house one day, and we were like, let's go swimming at night. That sounds fun. I looked down, what is that? There was like 8 frogs in the bitch. I was like, why are there frogs in the pool? I have only seen like 4 frogs in my life in this city. Why are they in the pool?
That is hilarious. You start seeing shit you shouldn't be seeing, man.
It'd be like one day I go over there, it would be fucking horse flies. Next day it'd be wasps. They were really getting the fucking plagues from the Bible. I was like, what is going on, bro? Locusts blotting out the pool.
Shit. You know, there's that game called Grounded where it's just like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but game form.
I've seen that, man.
Yeah.
Right? Ain't no way I would have survived.
No.
There's
dude.
not a single
Any world
chance.
where spiders are even close to being my size,
That's a problem.
no.
A spider couldn't even be the size of my foot. I would leave the city.
I couldn't.
That's why I'll never go to Australia, bro.
Man,
Bro,
y'all
hell
know the Goliath birding spider?
I don't know what you're talking about, but there should be Goliath and spider.
They can be the size of like a plate, G. Go grab a plate, I'm pretty
your
sure.
mind.
Bro, those fucking
That's wild.
You seen those bats that are that are like the size of like dudes?
They're literally called flying foxes.
That is a problem, bro.
Fucking
You gotta
insane.
go.
Like
No, I don't even got problems with bats, but you're too big.
Why is it a bat? Why are you an eagle? Okay, it's supposed to be big. A fucking bat?
What are you doing?
We actually talked about it in episode 17, how like, you know how people were like, oh, the Kraken isn't real, and then we found colossal squids. Bro, no, of course people thought vampires were real. You know big ass motherfuckers flying around? No way, dude.
Real, those look like real niggas.
Like I would, if I was sitting there and saw this big fucking ass figure flying, I'd be like, something's not
I
right.
wouldn't even know how to fucking.
I'd be petrified.
I wouldn't even know how to take that in. Literally, if we was just sitting outside right now and we just seen like something the size of a bald eagle flying at night, you'd be like, bro, no, what the fuck? I would go back. I would not go outside to the morning, bro.
I'd be like, I'm staying here till tomorrow, man. I'll be honest with
Zach, I'm on this couch, bro. I don't care. I'm not stepping foot back out there.
because that's a problem, bro.
You know,
That
I know
is not-
for a long time, something that terrified me. I got over it pretty quickly, but the realization kind of like scared me. I guess I was a kid. I didn't know vampire bats were real. Because there are bats that actually, you know, their blood intake is their food. And I think it was my mom that told me. And she was like, oh yeah, vampire bats. I was like, well, Mom, vampires aren't real. And she was like, yes, they are. I love my mama, but damn, that bitch. And I was like, Mom, no, they're not. They're fake. They're like cartoons. And she was like, no, they're real. Look up vampire bat. And so we had this computer, and she took me, she grabbed my hand. I remember it was real. It was silent. I was like, Mom, you serious? She was like, yeah, look. And the vampire bat. What are they? Vampire bites. They can grow this big. They drink blood. They're very intelligent. I was no.
Just can't be.
No. In my dumbass brain, it was like, well, if vampire bats are real, that means they're real vampires.
Yeah.
For 30 seconds. I was like, vampires are real in the world, and that's terrifying.
That is a life I would not want to live.
No. My mom used to do the same shit to me, except she wouldn't. There would be no. I'm just joking afterwards. I would not find out until years later. So like, as a kid, I thought all the like big name horror movie like killers were real. So like, she'd be like, yes, you know, sometimes at night, because my uncle Brandon, she'd be like, he would hear the scratching on his door, right? And I know now it's because she was an evil ass prankster, and what she would do is she would go to his door and scratch at the door.
Yo,
and
your mom took it too far.
My mom was a horrible sibling, and then I think she had done it to me once, or someone had done it to me once. So I was like, I thought they were real, and so for the longest time I was like, I'm not watching any of those movies because I thought that if I did, it would alert them to my presence, and they would actually come try to get me.
Have you ever gone to the bathroom and just like you're doing your business, right? But right before you leave, you just look back in the mirror, just to make sure that there's nothing behind you.
I look out the corner of my eye. I do be checking, like, just in case that nigga got a problem.
Logically, we know. Logically.
I thought I saw some shit today. Shit.
As a 21-year-old man, I still run as fast as fuck up the stairs from the basement. I'm turning the lights off.
Nah, I'm at the point now. It's like, well, nigga, run up on me. I'm ready, bro. Cause fuck this, man. I'm tired of paying bills. Hey, nigga, if whatever's in the dark, come get me. Shit, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I'm surprised no one's made like a horror game with that. Where it's like everything's normal, but then as soon as you turn off the light in the basement, you just hear someone chasing you.
No, man.
I don't think I told you guys about the time I was ready to fight a ghost.
No, I've never heard of this.
So obviously I'm in the basement, and
so you fucked up. You living in the basement,
bro.
You already wrong.
I told you I seen some shit has happened to me in that fucking basement, man.
We're gonna get basement lore on the next.
Man, look. So it's like 12, 1 in the morning. It's late, man. Dark, pitch black. And damn, I wish y'all would have. I'm pretty sure I've seen a room. It's a room. And I like heard noises. And I'm watching scary shit. I like to watch scary shit at night because it gives it more
better atmosphere.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm watching scary shit. And you have your headphones in and you be hearing shit. You be like,
was that in this?
Is that the headphones or is that outside? And I'm listening, and it happened like 2-3 times where I thought I heard something. So I'm like, all right, let me take the headphones off. I'm thinking it's my dog because she be itching or scratching in the middle of the night or be eating food, just doing shit. I'm like, okay, it's not her. I'm like, okay, it's not Vince, the big boy. So I'm like, there's a nigga in the room. There's a nigga in the room. No. And I'm like, I can't go upstairs and let my mom know because then he'll know. Next thing you know, everybody in the house is fucking dead because he knows what the fuck to do.
Yeah. You're thinking tactically at this point.
I was like, nah, it's not a nigga in there because ain't nobody getting past me. So I'm like, it's a fucking ghost. I'm like, fuck, I got a ghost in this bitch. So I grab a bat, bro. I grab my bat and I'm looking at my dog and I'm like, I can't go out like this. I can't let him get my dog, bro. I'm like, man, I can't let him get my dog. He could get me, but he can't get my dogs. I'm like, man, he a bitch. So I'm standing out, bro. I'm standing outside this fucking door. Like, imagine me standing in front of that door for 30 minutes, hyping myself up. Like, I'm gonna just run up in this bitch. I don't give a fuck. If my dog hears something, he gonna run up behind me against a ghost, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm bro, y'all think I'm fucking joking. I am 100% ready at this moment to fight a ghost with a baseball bat.
But poltergeist.
How old are you, bro?
18. Bro, this was not long ago, G.
Hey, I can't even blame you because I used to be thinking that shit too.
Bro, y'all think I'm fucking joking. 30 minutes, I got a baseball bat in one hand, flashlight in the other, ready to just swing on the first thing I see up in this bitch, fucking see-through, transparent or not. I don't give a fuck. Oh, shit. Bro, I'm like, all right, I ain't no bitch. Man, I'm finna get up in this shit. I ain't no bitch. I hurry up, open the door. I'm like, man, who the fuck up in here? I've got the flashlight around. I'm like, bitch ass niggas don't want to show themselves now. Man, I mean, I hype myself up, bro. I'm talking about I'm flashing. I'm in every corner. I'm like, yeah, bitch ass nigga, go ahead, pop out. Motherfucking boogeyman, like, bro. No. I wanted something to pop. Bro, I wanted something. Yeah. I have never in my life wanted to see some type of ghost, spirit, bro. I was ready.
You already hyped yourself up.
I don't give a fuck. I could the nigga could have lifted me in the air like Ermac, and I still would have been like, man, this fucking nigga, what the fuck is he talking about? You at my house, bitch. I still would have been like, how you a ghost and you got a human not scared of you, bitch? Like, bro, I was ready.
You talking shit while you in the air?
I was ready.
Fuck on the air, nigga. Fuck you.
I was ready. I don't think being staying up till 1 a.m. helped at all because I was already probably a little sleep deprived. Fucking hallucinating and shit. But dude, I don't care.
Have I ever told the this will be the last thing from me since we're getting
you right.
Have I ever told the scary phone call story on here?
I feel like
give me a rundown.
I feel like I've definitely told you guys, but I don't know if I've said it on systems. So I was a youngin'. I was real young. I want to say 4th or 5th grade. And it was the summertime, so my mom let me stay up, right? So it was like 3 a.m., something like that, late as fuck. And I was on the couch in the living room watching something with my mom. My mom goes, hey, like, mind you, this, because maybe some people are desensitized thinking about time. We didn't have smartphones yet. So my mom had like a flip phone, like a slide-up phone. She goes, hey, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to take a shower. Someone calls, answer, tell them I'm in the shower. I don't know why anyone would be calling that late, but phone's there. She goes, take a shower. I'm sitting here watching whatever the fuck's on TV. Honestly, probably Always Sunny because I was watching it around that age. And then
that's not great.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I remembered it and brought it up. But I was sitting there, and then sure enough, she got a call, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I already know what to do. Mom told me to answer it. I checked, no name, like no caller ID. It's just
you already fucked up.
It's just I was like 9, man. So I answered the phone. Hello, because I was a youngin. I just go, hello. Explain to me. Hold on. I ain't done.
Stop right there.
He goes,
I would have never.
No, that wasn't. I sorry. I didn't mean to stop there. It just made me laugh. Explain to me your nipples. I go, what?
Yeah.
I go, who is this? He goes, it's Charlie. I go, who? Who is this? Tobias? Oh, hey, I need to talk to your mom. And I'm like, Mommy? Okay. So my mom steps out, and I'm just cackling, bro. Because I was too young to get the nuance of what was happening. So me and this dude were just laughing on the phone. I finally handed it to her. And I don't want to know what happened after that. But man.
I can imagine your mom being like, what do you want? You're like, he wanted to see your nipples. Because he wanted to explain your nipples.
Because, man, that was so fucking stupid. But rest in peace to that guy. He passed away. But
yeah, I was going to ask, too.
Yeah.
Something, man.
I didn't even make that connection.
I was just like, I wonder if he's dead. I was just going to ask.
At this point, I would just assume any adult that has ever associated with your mother, gone.
If it helps, he didn't get killed like the other ones. He got cancer, poor guy.
Yeah,
the fact you said other ones, bro. You said plural. That is a problem.
But the thing is, not everyone.
No,
not everyone who's fallen in my love. My mom hasn't. Not everyone who's fallen in love with my mom has died. My dad's still alive. She's been talking to the same dude, this one guy.
And your dad's still alive because he's the villain of your life story sometimes, bro.
Yeah, maybe it's just because they're too important as characters, so they couldn't die.
He can't die until you talk to him again. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Your life is too well structured, bro. You're the main character. Stop.
Man, one of these, I'm gonna get my dad on here one of these days.
Oh shit. Okay, that was nice.
Another classic.
Mm-hmm. All right. Did you want to end us off, my John?
Yeah, sure, man. I started out, ended. Did I start? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to another episode. We've been having a lot of crazy things going on, you know. I got an apartment. Maybe one day we'll have an episode there.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Different setting. Fuck around and find out. Appreciate you for clocking in, you know. Keep coming, share it, enjoy yourself, watch us, don't watch us, do as you please.
We'd rather.
I'm heading up out of here.
And subscribe and like and comment.
Actually, replay the video.
Yeah.
Replay it again for Finn and Jake.
Yep.
Lovely. Mm-hmm. All right.
Keep on spinning, cogs and gears. Peace.
Peace.